Hello, Snickers and Butterfingers. All right, so today, instead of doing writing expressions and equations from verbal descriptions, we're going to be doing writing and expressions and equations from word problems. We did this last week, but this is going to be so important for getting a good grade on our benchmark that I want to hit it one more time, and then we'll continue doing more review next week for our benchmark. Okay, so problem number 1. Sarah earns $12 per hour as a waitress. She works 8 hours per week. Last week, she also earned $120 in tips. Write an expression to describe how much money she made last week. All right, so she earns $12 per hour as a waitress. So I know if she's earning $12 per hour and she works 8 hours, then I can write the amount that she earns per hour as 12H. But in addition, this is just her hourly pay, right? Everybody who works gets an hourly pay. In addition to that, she also earns $120 in tips. So she earns 12H plus 120. So this is her hourly pay, and this is her tips. So I need to add those two together to figure out how much she earns in total. Copy that down. I want to go over 3 problems with you guys, so let's breeze through these. All right, number 2. If you feel like you don't need number 2 and you can do it on your own, pause the video right now, read over the problem, try it, and then see if you got it right. All right, so for number 2. Juan is 3 years younger than 2 times his sister's age. His sister's age is A. So I'm going to write that down. Sister's age is A. All right, so he's 3 years younger than 2 times his sister's age, and I want to know how old he is. So I'm thinking the first thing I need to figure out is what's 2 times his sister's age. So I'll put that down first. So 2 times his sister's age, A, is just 2A. But he's not twice his sister's age. He's 3 years younger than that. So the next thing we need to do is subtract 3 from 2A. So he is 3 younger, so less than, right? Because younger means we need to go down. 3 younger than twice his sister's age, A. All right, one more that we need to do. So, for this last one, this is not going to be an expression, it is going to be an equation. So right now, I want you guys to go back up to the top of your paper. In those blanks, fill in an equation has an equal sign, right? An equation has an equal sign. It is a full sentence. The next one, an expression does not. So the answers to number 1 and number 2 were expressions. Number 3 is going to be an equation. So let's look at it. Apples cost $5 and oranges cost $3. Alan buys X apples and an orange. If Y represents the total amount he spent, write an equation that shows the relationship between X and Y. All right, so I'm going to think of first where I should place my variables. So I need to know the total amount he spent. And we know how much he spent on each thing. So I think on one side of my equation, I'm going to have the total amount he spent, and then on the other side, I'm going to break up what he spent on what. So I'm going to put my equal sign and my Y. So the total amount he spent, which is what Y is going to be equal to all the different pieces he bought together. So now how do I write what Y equals? So if he buys X apples and an orange, and I need to know the money he spent, first, how much did he spend on apples? He spent $5 for each apple he bought, and he bought X apples. So he spent 5X on apples, 5 times X, right? So this is money on apples. And Y right here is the total money. But he didn't just buy apples, he also spent a certain amount of money on an orange. And it says right here that each orange costs $3 and he just bought one. So that's just going to add $3. This is money on oranges. So this is exactly like writing an expression, except that we have another variable that we need to put on that other side, because that's telling us what the total is. So our final equation is y equals 5x plus 3. Okay, go on and do numbers 4 through 7. I know it says 4 through 6 and then question 4. Question 4 is actually question 7. And that one, again, is choosing the equation, explaining your answer, and then solving for the variables. Okay, good luck, Snickers and Butterfingers.